Hi everyone, welcome to the MaxWeb podcast. I am thrilled to have one of my best friends with me here today. We're going to have a very special episode. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet, but we have a lot to cover. So without further ado, I want to introduce everyone to Valerio, one of my best friends. It would be fantastic. I think we all know who you are, but if you can spend 2 minutes telling us who you are and what do you do, that would be fantastic.
Sure. Hello to everyone. And first of all, thank you to host this podcast, and we are in Mare,
yes.
So that's the amazing part. So yes, I'm Valerio, and I born as an affiliate in this industry. So I started, I think, 8 or 9 years ago as affiliate marketer, and I started only in the Italian market, so cash on delivery, and yes, after years, I created a team with my partners, and then at some point we used to have one of the biggest team in Italy for cash on delivery. And then in the last years, we started to switch in the American markets.
Amazing. And when you say cash on delivery, you mean you guys were creating those offers for cash on delivery, or you were running the traffic as affiliates?
No, we were running the traffic as affiliates with the many network.
Amazing.
And with some networks, we used to have like partner, like also on the back end. But yes, mainly it's traffic.
Amazing.
And then we started to switch in the US market, and then lately, like in the last months, also doing some experience as a vendor.
Amazing.
And it's doing pretty good. And just to explain maybe, the main difference, because some people ask what is cash on delivery.
Yeah.
And actually, when I did the speech at Affiliate World, many people, it was the first time that they say what is cash on delivery.
Absolutely, because to you, it's something that you've been doing for so long, and most of the money in affiliate marketing for you was made on cash on delivery, same as, VSLs are my thing and MaxWeb's thing. So yes, please explain, pretend we are preschool kids and you're telling us what cash on delivery is.
Yeah, and also the main difference, with the VSL.
Yeah.
So, cash on delivery, essentially, it's a person see an ad, click and go in a landing page. I'm trying to break it down. Landing page and see the products and then fill the form. When the person fills the form, it's going to put just name, address, and accept the rate of the price. Okay.
Right.
But then what happens is that it's just a lead. And then the call center just confirm the order, and then the product is delivered home after 48 hours, 72 hours.
Amazing.
Okay?
So you have the call, you have to have a call service that calls for the lead. Okay, incredible.
I mean,
I'm with
some
you.
people just send a message, but it's more risky if someone don't take the products. And then what happens? The delivery guy, imagine UPS or whatever, go there, ring the bell and say, hey, Mrs. Maria, there is a package for you, 59 euro. And Miss Maria, what have to do? Take the physical money, so the cash, go give the cash to the courier and take the package. So this is literally cash on delivery. So you pay after you receive.
When it's delivered. And how is the tracking done? I mean, I suppose, for us, a postback is called when the sale happens. So the customer puts in the credit card details, and the postback is called when the thank you page hits that, okay, a purchase was made. With cash on delivery, I suppose it's...
So that's really curious, because few years ago in one of the mastermind, we were talking, and I was talking about cash on delivery, and then everyone was talking about tracking, volumes, red track, and we say, maybe we don't have those things. We don't track, we don't use tracker. So how you track? Just put the pixel in the thank you page.
Okay.
And you have the conversion. And then about the network, you go to check in the network if it's converting, and you have three ways. Or use iframes, so the network give you the iframe that you put in your landing page, so it's track, or API, so you put the API,
and it's
with
automatically
Zapier,
keeping track.
or use the landing page of the network that nobody use. So one of the main thing is that you have full control of landing page. Like you control the, let's say, payment page. So it's up to you how is beautiful the checkout, how is beautiful the product page. It's something that you cannot do when you work in BSL or straight sales, because
you as the affiliate were so involved with the cash of delivery offers, like you were involved with the landing page and how it looks and the thank you. That's incredible.
Exactly. So now let's give right away, what is good and what is not. So first of all, it's very difficult. One of the main differences is that as affiliate, you need to be profitable on the first sale. So if the product costs 59 euro, your payout will be, let's say, 16, 17. And so you need to convert less.
Yeah.
So it's something totally different from US market, where it's almost impossible to be profitable in front end.
Yeah.
You really need to be good to increase the AOV, increase all that KPI, like uptake rate over the first upsell, downsell, second upsell, all those things as a vendor. Also, as affiliate, as a vendor, it's very difficult to increase the OV. Let's say if you are very good to increase OV, you have one risk, that when, let's say that from 59 your OV is 200, because someone called and sold like so many packages. Then go to the address.
Right.
Hey, Mrs. Maria, this is the package, 200 euro. Oh, I don't have. So what you do? Like, take the package, go back, it's a cost. You cannot destroy the package risk. Because it's a lot. And then you need to, and
Absolutely.
and then you need to pay the payout to the affiliate.
You still have to do the payout because it actually went out for delivery. So
yeah. Then also, because there is not friction, because people don't put the credit card, you might have duplicate leads. So as a network, you might pay double different affiliates. And then lately, what networks do, cut many sales. So many media buyers are almost not encouraged anymore, it's became difficult.
Yeah, I bet. So like right now, if you had to choose, and I know because I get that question a lot for like VSLs versus other type of offers, if you would have to advise an affiliate that gets started, would you tell them about cash on delivery, or you would tell them more about VSLs and the new to industry? Because
VSL, at some point, so VSL, I'm telling you also which others I did, We were pretty big in cash on delivery.
Oh, I know.
Pretty big. Now there are teams that are even bigger, but we used to do between 3,000, 4,000 sales per day.
Amazing.
And that was the average.
Amazing.
Now, the point is, Italian market, it's the biggest market in Europe. Then, of course, you have a German market with all the German-speaking country, but for the cash on delivery, it's the biggest one. The point is, first of all, you don't really need the skill of copywriting. Most of the times, just video of the product, little advertorial, sometimes not advertorial, sometimes just product page. And you need just to write shipping, cash on delivery, in Italian, of course.
Yep.
In US, copy is the king. Like, you really need to master the copy, because people are under many ads that really you need to be the purple cow to convert. So you really need to master the psychology. So this is, for example, the first skill you need to master. Second thing,
great point,
is about
technical side. Having a bit of a technical side.
Okay, in US you need to be more technical. You need to really track. You need to use the tracker, the postback, and all this stuff. And other things in terms of work now. In Italy or in Europe, if you launch a product and you want to do, let's say, you want to spend 25K per day. To spend 25K per day, you need to have, let's say, 10, 15, 20 media buyers. And you need to do this across 40, 50 offers. It means that the life of media buyer, it's very hard.
Of course.
Like you need to wake up,
campaigns.
You need to see which other products are new on the network, and then you need to launch campaigns as soon as possible. And then the product is going to last maybe 1 week, maybe 2, maybe 1 month. Some products also many months. But the life cycle of a product, it's, in US, it's more difficult to be profitable in the beginning.
But once you hit a sweet spot, I'm with you.
But then you can have one offer to spend 25K per day.
That's such a good point. And I think that's a beautiful way to understand like the big difference between them.
You can wake up in the morning and you don't have to say, okay, let me see what target product, let me launch. You need just to say, okay, yesterday night I slept, I had this idea to improve my copy, my headline. You can go to do those tiny things. Of course, it's more risky because you need to spend more. To test in Italy, €100 for 1 day, 2 days, so you're going to spend €200. And you already know if the campaign is going to work.
True.
US, if you spend like less than $500 for a test, you don't have a test.
Amen. And I had this happen so many times. People would come to us from maybe not different verticals, but different countries. And they would send 300 clicks. And they would say, well, I sent 300 clicks. The conversion rate is 0.2. And I was trying to be kind, but like you can't take someone seriously just with 300 clicks. And it took a while to educate affiliates too that it takes a bit more. Like it's a bit different with the VSL and, with the margins. You actually have to spend a bit more, but that's the beauty of it. Once you hit a sweet spot or a good offer, it's so profitable.
You can scale because the audience is bigger, people are willing to buy more, and how to say, also if the ROI when you scale is not a lot, you still do big numbers because there is big audience. So and you focus on one thing. So this was also, a big game changer. And, I'm affiliate, but we also have media buyers. So I can have, my, inner conversation with me as affiliate, but I also have a conversation with media buyers. So I have the possibility to see the pattern between media buyers.
How they think, what makes them better at certain angles or certain
and I can
products.
see that sometimes they stuck in the same. So sometimes it's not technical issue. It's really, everyone said and oversaid it, mindset.
The mindset, I thank you. And we talked about this before, and we're very pragmatic when we work really hard. But that's the difference. That's the game changer.
I remember in the beginning when I used to see podcast or video YouTube and people say mindset, I say, fuck, bullshit. I want to know how to duplicate, how to use the bid. That it's also important, it's nice, but in the end of the day, also if you know how to use the bid, how to scale, in the end of the day, it's a numbers game. It means that if you're going to use in the right way the bid for 3 times and don't work, some people give up.
Oh yeah.
Other people go until they will fail 9 times, and maybe they're doing right. It's just that it's not the moment, or some details. But the attitude is to go deeper and go to see the details and say, I'll make it works. That is the mindset. In the end, is the main difference, because
100%.
things just don't launch and work. Things don't work.
100%.
You need to make it work.
You have to make it work. And I've been doing this for over 10 years, and there are affiliates who are still relevant 10 years later. And the best denominator is you're going to have ups and downs in an affiliate. It's incredibly beautiful when you make 70K in a day, but then you can have 2 weeks when nothing is profitable. And you have to be strong enough and have the mindset to understand, not necessarily a roller coaster, but it's periods where things work, or when you have to build them up, and you have to patiently wait and be strong. I mean, it's just
but that's that's the game we sign up for, right? So roller coaster, it's part of the game. What you can do is just to, that you're going to have a roller coaster. What you can do is just to prepare to sit comfortable, maybe, to take a pill to don't have sickness. Like, you can build things to reduce your sickness during the roller coaster, but you're gonna have it.
You're gonna have it. That's amazing.
So you need to build a system, and that's
optimize your life.
Like everything. For example, as a media buyer solo, you launch one campaign, great. Tomorrow you feel on top of the moon, you're crashing. 1 week your account is banned, or campaigns is not possible to promote anymore. So you was there, now you're here back. So how do you do? Well, I will have more account, I will launch more offers. So that's the first system that you're gonna build. And then, okay, now I have many offers, but there is another problem, cash flow. Okay, how do I fix? And then, so basically you're going to, create the system until you go on the little tiny details. For example, okay, I launch campaigns, and in 3 days, if you're running on TikTok, creatives is already out. Facebook, 4 days, 5 days, out. So you need the creative refresh. So how do you do? I have maybe one video editor doing 3 creatives, 10 video editors doing 3 creatives, or 30 creatives, or maybe today we have the AI. So you're going to use that.
I would love to talk about AI in a moment, but you said something earlier and it made me think of this. And what did you do before affiliate marketing? Tell me, what pushed you into the industry? I'm so curious to know what really pushed you in our industry, because the stories our friends have are so fantastic, and I'm curious what pushed you in our industry, what you did before.
So let's say that I always have been a person that wanted to do stuff. And when I say want to do stuff, I grew up watching documentaries in the nature. So I always wanted to travel. That was, I need to find something that make me travel. But before that, because you need to do stuff, you try to find different work. So I started PR, selling tickets for clubs.
Amazing.
And then I started to sell bags and stuff to the teacher in high school. And then I started organizing party. And then I started to sell doors to door. So at some point I was selling doors to door pillow.
So cool. A real salesperson, like Mad Men.
Water filter,
Amazing.
mattress.
Okay.
So I used to enter in a house with just a pillow, and after 1 hour, 2 hours, we didn't know with that person, just door to door. Hello, this is free degustation, free coffee tasting.
Amazing.
We are going around here. Okay, do you want to test? And then what do you do with the pillow? Oh, this is from NASA.
Okay,
material.
guys, I have to just, you see, like I talk about this all the time. People think an affiliate that makes lots of money, it has to be a big team or luck or our parents gave us money to start this. No, it's the hustle. Like I've talked about this many times. When I started working when I was 18, when my friends just went to college and their parents paid for their stuff, I worked 9 to 9, right? And not just me, like all my friends that are successful today, look at Valerio. Like he literally went door to door trying to sell things. And I'm sure that helped you so much, just communicate with people, think about how to sell things and angles.
It was I think was the best school that I had for, sales, because you have in a day, it's just number game. Like if you knock 3 doors, you hear "fuck you" 3 times.
Of course.
And what you do? You stop? No. You know that you have to knock maybe 10 doors. But once you know that it's normal. I know that I'm gonna have some bad words. Just because I knock the door. It was part. And after that, in reality, what happens? Very curious. I was reading, a book that probably most of the people, cash flow, Kiyosaki, those kind of stuff. So I wanted to make money while I was sleeping. So that was the biggest desire.
Passive income, I know. It's what we all want.
So I created like a washing machine, water machine that were giving water for citizens in my area for 5 cents per liter, and then I put the advertising like a TV screen where I could sell advertising. But at some point, vandalism, destroy, and then what happens? I got depressed, many things, and then at some point, one friend say, "Hey, I know that you are also a magician," because I was a magician, and then I started to work as a magician in Kenya in the resort.
That was so cool.
So I used to do magic show. And
so Valerio was a magician before he was a super affiliate.
Yeah,
it attracts.
I always was a magician. And at some point after work, I came back and I said, okay, I'm here in Kenya. I had a beautiful experience. Like I'm living a dream life. I wake up, there is the sea, I go in the nature. Okay, I want to find something that I can afford this life, and I don't want to work in a physical, just in one place.
Yeah, like a 9 to 5 at the office every day.
At least I want to have a choice to say, the mood in this month, it's like this, I want to go there.
Yeah, I want to see trees this month, or I want to be close to the sea this month.
Exactly. So I said, okay, what I do?
Beautiful.
And then everyone, how to make money online, Google, and then many things, trading stuff. No, it's not for me. One day, I was going to do, on the mountain with a friend, and she said, you should go in this meeting, STM, they're doing in Milan. Basically, it's affiliate marketing. People sell third-party products, and they need just to understand the psychology and sell online. For example, you can sit in your room and you can sell a product that is not yours. You can sell in India, Italy, US. I say, really? Without even buy the product? So, and it just to be
it's
good.
It's not even yours because you're like the intermediary.
And then she said, look, she showed me like a website. There are people that now are living in Bali or everywhere. I say,
your aha moment.
That's what I want to do. I want to use, sales psychology, but online.
And you have to have that passion, you see, because a lot of, you and I talked about this before. I'm from Eastern Europe, you're from Italy. So in Europe, our parents did not raise us to think this way. Let's be honest. It's like a real job for them is either a doctor, a professor, or an engineer. And when we think the way we do, it's a bit odd. Yeah. And the fact that you had that passion and you stick to it, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then there is the perseverance. I think my favorite book was Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. And it was very good that I was reading because at some point, I started affiliate marketing and when we started, it was like €5 per day, campaigns. It was still
Good old
possible.
times. I know.
And then, doing €15 per day, it means, wow, €15, it's the gasoline that I'm gonna put in the. So he was doing all those comparisons, right?
Yep.
But then after 8 months, I was giving up because we're so crazy to be so stubborn to say, I'm gonna make it. Like I have to crack this thing. And doing this, basically, I was losing, everything, like other opportunity, but was so important, the vision, that I signed, with myself, like, doesn't matter, I need to make it. And then at some point, some campaigns were profitable, and then up and down, and then another campaign profitable, and then boom. And then after, the first money, I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to travel.
We talked a lot about money and profits, and we talked earlier about spending 25K in Europe and needing media buyers, or 25K in a day in Europe. We have a lot of people who are watching the podcast who are getting started or maybe switching to a new source. Let's say you had $500. Like today, if you had $500, how would you start? How would you spend it, if that's even possible?
Okay. That's an important question, because actually it's a question that many people do, Today, $500, it's very, very difficult to do something. So what I will do is buy a course, so spend a time to select the right course.
That's
Today you can
so
go
important.
on school.com, and there are many things, doesn't matter if the guru of the course might be guru, fake guru, you will learn something. If you go with this attitude, you will learn something. And in the community, you will meet other people. Then what I will do, once you master some skills, and some skills today can be copywriting, can be creative strategies, can be video editing, can be really everything. Once you master these, go in conference, talk with people, and find a team where you can work. Also for free if it's necessary.
I said that many times too, right? Because you're willing to invest money, but if you can invest a bit of your time and ask people to have internships back in the day, that's a great point.
The important is the attitude. We have many people, okay? I personally have many people that direct me on Instagram. And, at some point, it's not to be bad, but you need to do a stress test, a filter.
Of course.
So, if you start from zero, you really need to give value to the team where you're going, and don't ask nothing, ask later if you have value. For example, there are many people, hey, I know video editing, I know copywriting. Great. Yeah, but ask 3K. 3K, 3K might be very small amount of money if someone has big value, but can be a lot of amount of money if start from zero.
Yeah, and if you have to micromanage or show them, because their industry is quite complicated, and you always have to show people how to.
The point is, show me, but it's not show me in the skills only, also about the attitudes. For example, okay, you say that you're going to do this. Perfect, thank you. By the way, what is the ATA?
Right.
1 hour, 1 day, 3 days, 3 hours, and I'm gonna do it. Okay, in 3 hours, you go there. What's the status? I had something, I had a blackout, or I had everything, and it's okay. Everything can happen, okay? But if it really happens twice, it means that person is not taken seriously.
And that's really good advice. And I have so many people who want jobs in our industry, and it happens to all of us. Honestly, when we hire someone, and I think this is good advice for everyone, you want to be helped. And that's the big mindset. Like, we want to get help. A lot of people get hired and they sit there like they're in second grade, waiting for someone to tell them how to do everything. And I understand you expect some sort of structure, but our like entrepreneurs and people that work in our industry are so busy all the time. You want to be like a MacGyver. You want to be someone that helps you, who figures out things on how they can help you, and then they can ask, how do I bring value?
Yeah.
But like, try as hard as you can to see how you can help before you sit there expecting directions for everything that you do.
Yeah, it's also understanding, okay, you don't have money to start, or, but your main coin is the time, okay? So how much time and how much focus you're putting in this? Why I should put focus on someone that he's doing this, just to say, I will try. No, if it's not invested, why I have to?
Of course.
Just one little thing. When I was starting, there was one guy, one friend that was very big, and at some point had the honor to talk with him. So I was like, hey, can you show me one day how you launch campaigns? Yeah, sure. So this guy, he was giving me, like a meeting. Hey, I can in 5 minutes at 9:35. Okay, so I was stopping everything.
Smart.
Everything. I was there, and then maybe, sorry, I can now. So maybe I left a dinner with my friend just to go home and stay there in front of computer. But you know what? I wasn't pissed off because
Smart.
he was the guy who had knowledge, so I had to stay, on his time, his things, and this happens maybe 3-4 times that people around me was saying, "Hey, he's gonna tell you this." I say, "Doesn't matter. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna set up everything. Life is gonna really explain, because I have to learn. So I'm prioritize this thing. That's important."
I love it. All right, I prepared so many questions, and I'm so excited. I think we're gonna have to do part 2 soon. I will fly to Rome, and we'll have it there.
Perfect. Or in Portugal.
Yes, even better. What is the one thing affiliates obsess over that actually doesn't matter as much as we think?
Very
For
good.
me, CPA. Like, for me, when they only care about the CPA, it's a bit annoying because, of course, I know that's important, and when you don't run so many campaigns, you want to make sure you get paid a lot. But the conversion rate, the back-end economics, that's very important.
Yeah, you can have a CPA that is 100, and then a similar product 160, but then you have a 0.5 conversion on 160 campaigns, and in the 100 you have maybe 5% conversion. So
Yeah.
it's better the one with less payout. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm doing experience as a vendor, as affiliate,
both, yep.
and I really understand this. But when I have the hat of affiliate, I'm still there saying, seeking the bigger payout, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
and
I
I know. It's just something that I need to work on myself.
Absolutely, and that's why we talk about it a lot too, because I know it's important and I know it makes sense, but in our industry we have to be honest. I mean, we had so many cases of, I didn't even know what shaving is until like a few years in the industry, when MaxWeb has a lot of exclusives. So we gave an offer to a network, we won't name names, and one of our big affiliates came to me and he said, "Anka, well, I've noticed you're giving me 120, but this network offered me 140. I went in the system, we were paying that network $110. That happens because they shave. They don't call the post back every time. They're basically stealing. mind blown, but unfortunately it happens. So I'm not saying everyone does that. It's obviously not the case, but you have to be careful, and you have to see the conversion rate. Make sure whoever you work with has a good reputation. They pay on time, because CPA is important, but
there are many
not
other
the most important.
Yeah, many other things, in fact. But yeah, sometimes I would say CPC, but it really depends the niche, because I'm learning in other niche we're doing, CPC is important. In other totally other stuff, CPC is really not important. For example, in Italy cash on delivery, we don't even see the CPC. Zero.
That's a great point. Okay, let me ask you differently. If you started working as an affiliate, maybe you do Facebook or blogs or even native. Let's say you hit a first big payday, right? You have a fantastic day, you make, I don't know, $20,000. What's the smartest thing you can do with the money, and the dumbest, like the worst? Because that's good advice. I mean, we've seen friends who made lots of money and then they spend it on, a expensive car instead of reinvesting it back. So
the dumbest thing is to buy a car. That I did it, but I wanted to do it at least once. The smartest thing, honestly, it's smartest, right? Because there are different things like. Smartest is really like reinvest on things that make you waste time to optimize. It's just optimization. Other things, like big payday. I will always, think about something else also outside, like I don't know, go in Africa and.
Something you really enjoy. That's smart, because many times we work so hard, and I don't know, I don't think it's the case for everyone, but sometimes we forget to actually enjoy the climb, right? Because if our 12-year-old self will see how much we've accomplished, they would be like, oh my gosh, like the travel, the things we can afford. But I don't think we realize it, because we're so busy and you always see like the next big objective. We forget to enjoy it. So it's smart.
That's also, a sickness in this industry. And I'm also guilty of this.
I think we all were at one point.
Like when I arrived there, I'm already thinking, okay, but how to arrive there? And it's good because you have something that you want to achieve, but it's also dangerous and not healthy. I know, but I'm still, sometimes I can stay 16, 17, 18 hours just doing things. I forgot to drink, to eat. And it's not good. So this is not good advice.
100%. Yeah, we get so obsessed, and we want to provide for our loved ones, and we want to make sure we have financial stability. But we really forget to enjoy it at times.
The difficult part is to find the balance. But I want to also say that personally, it depends from characters. Personally, the different things that I achieved, I didn't achieve many other things, but the things that I achieved is thanks to extremely not healthy obsession.
Well, I'm so happy you said this. I don't know if my TED Talk was in Romanian, but the whole speech was around this idea that balance is bullshit. Like, I know people always say we need to achieve balance, but the way I see it, it's contrasts. Work really hard, rest really hard. Like when I work, I cannot work 8 hours a day. I cannot. There's always something to do. I work 18-hour days. But what I've learned is to push myself to also rest really hard. So, I know when I'm at home, I always work like 18, 20 hours a day. Besides sleep, and spending 2 hours with Mate, I really don't do anything else besides work. So then I try once every 6 weeks to do like a vacation that's super restful. something where you're at the beach or in the water, you're relaxing, or you have to walk and visit things. So it's like that contrast of working super hard and resting super hard. That has worked for me well.
But that's also why I like, sometimes stay in place with the water, because I really love diving. So I go to find sharks,
I bet
and when
that's so
I'm with the
relaxing.
sharks, for me it's relaxing.
I love that. Yeah, no, that's good advice. We talked about mindset, but what is the mindset shift that turned everything around for you? Or what do you think was the moment that, because you were able to think that way, has made things profitable and has helped you be financially stable?
I think go deeper in the things, so not be superficial. Also, finalize thing. Understand that things doesn't work, but you need to make it works. And then also think that you have to learn. At some points, I think everyone is guilty about this. At some point, when you have good success, you feel you are on the top.
Yep.
And then you feel you don't have nothing to learn.
Yep.
And especially, for the young guys. And this is the most dangerous thing, because put you in a water of that is not a river, so it's not flowing, so it's full of bacteria. It's not good water.
That's such
You
a
need to
spot-on metaphor.
always, like a river, the flow, and
and ignoring the noise, right? Because we talked about this earlier.
That's the difficult part.
All the impressive entrepreneurs or our friends who are very profitable, they don't get bothered by small stuff. I mean, I don't know how you are, but I'm the type of person, if someone cuts me off in traffic, I don't care. If I get the wrong food at the restaurant, I don't care. If someone says something with the tone, or if someone gossips, I don't care. So I think for me personally, that was a big mindset shift, where it's easy for me to ignore all the, it's hard, it gets easier with time.
I think it's very hard.
But I think it's one of the big ones.
That's
what do you think?
one of my challenge, but I'm still sensitive to many. Not to say that if you don't do it, you're not sensitive. It's I'm too sensitive to be influenced from noise that let's say my way to protect myself, it's sometimes really shut down, almost unreasonable.
Yep.
For example, hey, let's go there, we stay just 20 minutes in the club, and maybe in that period I'm extremely focused that also 20 minutes for me it's just other energy of noise or distraction
shift. Yep.
that also, if I know that 20 minutes, maybe,
you could be doing
matter,
something profitable. Yeah.
I don't want, I say no, a reasonable no.
Yeah.
Because I cannot handle some stuff, some energy. So, I need to prevent.
No, but honestly, that's good. You think of it as something negative. I think it's so positive and healthy for you to know, what, for me to ignore the noise, I literally have to be away from a lot of the people, or, not necessarily drama, but to have your own space and your own things. And I think that's very healthy. Not everyone needs a pack, right? I know we're communitary humans, but a lot of us do very well on our own with a few trusted people. And I think that's okay and quite healthy to focus on the things that you enjoy.
Yeah, I think one of the most beautiful things is understand what you like and what you don't like.
Oh, yeah.
And
especially what we don't like, because it's easy for us to know what we like. If you like ice cream, it's hard to figure out what you don't like and what triggers you, and what's a microaggression that makes you feel different. That's a big mindful mindset. I love it. All right, now a fun one. If someone would follow you around with a camera for a week, for a whole week, what would they discover? Besides
Oh.
a lot of magic tricks, which I think happen.
Yeah, they will discover many airport,
Many airports.
many
True.
Airbnb, and they might discover that, I don't know, I like a lot to be in touch with nature. If we are in the, if they really need to follow me with the camera and we are in front of the sea, they need to follow me 60 meters, 40 meters underwater with the sharks. Because that's what I will do multiple times per week if I'm, in a
Close
place
to the
with
sea.
water. Or would be very boring with the camera because I will be on the computer
18 hours of
working,
work.
or just pacing, back and forward, having call. So
I love that. Okay, just a few more. I know I said we're going to keep it short and sweet, but this is so much fun. What is one thing that people think they know about you, but they actually don't?
oh wow, I wasn't prepared.
Huh. Well, I'll go if it helps.
Yeah.
Right. People think I'm very good because you see me on a lot of stages and I do a lot of podcasts and I wrote a book. So people think this is very easy for me, but I'm actually very nerdy and I'm much better at the boring stuff like your spreadsheets and your KPIs and stuff like that. So this is something that I had to learn and be comfortable with, and I'm much better at the boring stuff.
I will take this question as a point of reflection.
And then
Yeah, because,
the second part we will start with this.
yeah.
I'm going to put it aside.
And then
because
there is
our next podcast, we're going to start with this. Okay, final confession. What is the one thing, even at your level, you're still trying to figure out?
I think people like is different. It is very difficult to find the right role. I mean, you might find someone that is very good and very skilled, but doesn't fit the
DNA fit of like the company.
the company between other people, or for example might not fit the financial economy, for example,
someone that's such a good point, and I think you're right. People, I'm still trying to figure out people, and I've been doing this for 10 years just in this industry, and I had similar roles in different industry, and people are the hardest thing to figure out because in order to build a company you need more people, but then you hire more people and you need them to get along. So you have all these brilliant people. I'm trying to hire people that are smarter than me in their own roles, but then you need for them to get along with others, and if they cannot, for me, I rather fire a superstar if he or she, they don't know how to get along with the rest of the team. I'm sorry, you can be a superstar, but it's really hard because it's like you're building a whole community.
Just to give you a practical example, for example, for me it's very difficult to be operational. So for example, we were struggling finding operation manager, someone that can take the vision and organize. For example, I have 3,000 ideas.
And no, you're definitely a visionary, but that's very, very valuable. But you also need the ops person.
Yeah, but ideas without operation are just air. So, and then, for example, copywriter, someone might be cheap, but then it's not good. So you're thinking, okay, and maybe someone arrive and ask you 7K, but they're not dealing with AI. Like AI today is changing everything. So it's very difficult now, trust on someone value based on skills, based on amount of money they ask, and you need to find someone that is passionate about it, that can fit financially.
That's the big struggle.
Yeah.
You're right, the money. And when it's besides finding someone great, when people ask a lot of money, and that I've seen that so much in our industry, because they are good communicators. Many times entrepreneurs and other people confuse competence with like great communication skills, right?
Yeah.
Someone comes in with a great presentation and they ask you $20K for a project. Come on, we've been doing this for so long. With $20K, you can probably do that for 3. But a lot of people don't sit to think and reflect, and then they wonder why they don't have cash flow the next quarter.
And believe me, like now that there is really AI.
I'm so happy you brought it up, because there was, I know I said final question, but this is the topic I want us to end on today, about AI, because we know it's valuable. I spoke about it a lot in my last few speeches. Tell me your opinion on AI and why, if you think it's important for affiliates and vendors to focus on it.
Oh, I think today shouldn't be adapt if someone think that is important, because I think it's in the on the base
Bare
level
minimum is to use it.
you need to know AI. For example, every person that is entering the team or the team of media buying or team as a vendor, doesn't matter what, need to master the AI. It's the base. Now I think AI, it's like a deck of cards. I'm a magician, so I'm going to give you an example.
I love it. It's a great metaphor.
A deck of cards that you can predict where are some cards, more or less. But then AI, it's the shuffle of the cards. So AI now is shuffling the card. So is restructuring all the different skills and profession. For example, today, talking about VSL or about script. So when you launch on Facebook, okay, you find your winner. And after you find your winner, you need to create many iterations. So for example, keep the body and change the hook. Now, 1 year ago, some copywriter or credit strategist would ask maybe 10K, 15K, 5K per month. And then maybe they could give you 3 hook per day, 6 hook per day. It's totally bullshit today.
Yep.
Great
point.
If you don't give me 200 hooks per day, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. And also, today, a person, also a guy that just started but know how to leverage cloud, ChatGPT, can be more valuable than a super high copywriter than doesn't know or is not hugging the AI.
Yeah.
And if it's hugging the AI and still has those amount of money, I can predict his time is on the countdown, because we did this experiment. That I'm telling just to say, we did experiment with metrics. Create your ChatGPT or your cloud with all the knowledge. So that's the skill. You need to know how to train with the knowledge and how to prompt. And then you have a good delivery. You can create a draft of a VSL. A draft. I'm not saying a full VSL.
Of course.
But a draft at least to test for a VSL, upsell 1, upsell 2, upsell 3 in 1 fucking day. Amazing. And I'm not saying just to say, I'm saying because we did it, we tested it, and of course you're not going to have, super, but at least you have some metrics. So today, more than a big copywriter, you need someone that knows about copywriting. So know at least what is a unique mechanism, what is a lead, what is micro lead, what is a dream outcome, knows something about. But most, he knows how to leverage the AI, and he has the brilliant idea. So more than a full copywriter, a chief copywriter who knows how to use AI to give product faster so that you can test faster, you have results faster, you can give feedback faster. And you say, listen, I tested yesterday, people arrive here and then here they go, like they don't do nothing, they quit. So maybe, can you change the unique mechanism? Yes, give me 30 minutes. Don't take 2 weeks. Like people.
I mean, it's been, and you're right. It's no secret, and I've been saying this for a long time. We create VSL, so it's a bit frustrated because it's taking longer, and because within the team and on like the media buying side, we use AI for so many things. It's a bit frustrating when the VSL editor tells you, well, 1 more week. That's insane to me, right? And I know not everyone is there yet, but a week for the edits on a VSL, that's a lot.
Yeah, especially like, it depends which phase let's say that you test the VSL and you have 1 month of experience, like you can read the data, and then you said, okay, you know what? Maybe from the minutes 21 to the 25, instead to put only caption, we can do better video editing. Okay, then you do it. You can say take 1 week, it's okay, but at least you already have the first part that is the one that allow you to learn. To learn. It's better that I try all the micro chain in 14 days in the same amount of frame, okay? One guy tell me, I will give you the VSL, the script or whatever in 14 days. In this method, you do today, maybe tomorrow, you put in caption, you test, you have something. It's gonna be great, okay, but at least you can see where people drop. So the first thing you're gonna do, you just adjust the copy. And you're having only captions, okay? Not picture, not things, only caption. You're testing on only caption. And convert, oh yeah, you convert. Sometimes
it's like
better.
It's like the famous experiment, right? When they were trying to figure out in physics the fastest route, and the fastest route is always the shortest. It's like the more you do, like if it's like, I understand you want everything to be perfect, but if you're not trying and at least testing as much as you can, and with AI you can do that, that's...
Yeah, so imagine in 2 weeks you're going to compare. Here, you receive after 2 weeks, and then you still have to start to test. Here, maybe you have bad VSL, but in 2 weeks, you already test 10 different versions, and you learn something that when you're going to compare, maybe those copy doesn't make sense because it's not what target want, but you learn only doing. So today, you need to be fast. Like if you're not fast with AI, you're mistaking something. Quality, you arrive to the quality, but thanks to the feedback and amount of data that you receive.
I love it. I think that's the best advice. And you guys, please leave comments below. We can cover more topics next time. Also with Valerio's blessing, we can add maybe your Insta or your social media. So people, okay, so that you guys can reach out to him also. But thank you so much for your time. You're brilliant, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, Anka. Thank you always to organize really the most beautiful experience from the Affiliate Insider to also this podcast, or also outside of the industry, just some walk in the nature or stuff. Very, very grateful, and yes, consider that we came here to visit you, and maybe we had to spend 3 days, and we extended to 15 days.
I love it. It's honestly, it's about community. At the end of the day, for me, the biggest blessing is that I can choose the people I work with, and to choose to work with friends that are brilliant. That's a huge thing. And I think our industry is the best because you can make so much money. Obviously, you need to work really hard. And every person I had on this podcast has said, I work a lot. But we can afford, and I'm not talking about money, we can afford incredible experiences. And I don't think a lot of industries can say that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Bye.